Louisiana farmers now have more options on who they can bring onto their farms to drive equipment, and that is all because of the action of one person. He is Governor Jeff Landry, governor of the great state of Louisiana. Governor Landry, thanks so much for joining us on Twyla.
Well, it's great to be here. Great to be here at harvest time.
Yeah, you know, on August 8th, or August 5th, rather, of this year, you took action to say that now Louisiana will recognize those driver's licenses from H-2A people, or people who come with an H-2A visa from Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Panama, South Africa. Why is that important to do as we go into sugarcane harvest?
Well, I think, first of all, my experience of both working on a farm and the relationships that I have and continue to have with many farmers around the state of Louisiana gives me a closer ear to what's going on the farm. And we all know that there is a need to fill seasonal employment. It's hard to find folks to come in and work 2 or 3 months out of the year. And so our farms, not only in Louisiana, but around the United States, have turned towards migrant workers through the H-2A visa program. And for a long time, our farmers here in Louisiana were limited to the inventory of countries that they could use to select H-2A visas. And so we worked on reciprocity agreements with the countries that you just named. And what that does is that gives our farmers a greater inventory of countries, like I said, under which they can select. So that way, if they go to one country and they're like, well, I'm not quite getting the caliber of person that I'm looking for, or the quantity is not there, then they can move to other countries as well.
So you yourself worked on a sugarcane farm at one time. How does that help you in terms of what you do as governor? I mean, you know, from St. Martinville, from St. Martin Parish, where there's a lot of sugarcane, I'm sure that work ethic kind of carried with you.
Well, it showed me how to get up early and work all day, and then get up early again and go back to work. And then, of course, you know, as many farmers know, especially during harvest time, it's a 7-day-a-week process. And so that means you're working every day. That means you're working through holidays and weekends. And so that, again, is something that I don't mind doing as well. But I think that the biggest thing that it has helped me with is to be in touch with our agricultural community and to actually understand the needs that they need in order to make them successful. Because our agriculture industry in Louisiana is important to Louisiana, and we want to keep it. We want it to thrive. We want those families to stay on those farms because, you know, I always said food security is national security.
And you mentioned the importance of agriculture to Louisiana. It has a $13 billion a year economic impact that agriculture has. But right now, Louisiana farmers are having some tough times. High input costs, low prices when it comes to corn, soybeans, rice, wheat, other commodities. Of course, sugarcane is still doing well, and so are the cattle markets. But how important is the agricultural economy to your plans for the economic future of Louisiana?
Well, again, the health of those farms and those family farms are important to me, and I'm pretty sure they're important to the president and to Congress as well. And my hope is that they recognize that we're in a transition right now. My hope was that some of the tariffs that the president has put out there would be aiding in allowing some of the price depressions to actually be price supports. That's not happening in many of those particular commodities. And so it's time for the federal government to take a look and help and step in. It's an important role. It's something that the federal government has done for a long time. When I was in Congress, I certainly supported the farm bills and supported those particular programs. I think they are important. When the American people really see the amount of money that we spend supporting our farmers versus things like, say, food stamps, it's really night and day. And I was always one to advocate for divesting the food stamp program out of the Farm Bill. And then America could see the small amount of money that we pay to our farmers to help ensure that we've got food security here in this nation.
Well, we're glad that we have an ally in the governor's office in you. He is Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry. And thank you so much for being with us on Twyla.
Thank you for having me.